don't know if you all have been following our Exercise the Cure series, but we have so many articles about it on our blog at empire.ca. So you should check those out. It really speaks to the benefit of exercise in so many areas of our lives and bodies. Um, and we relate it to different diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, in terms of prevention and treatment. Okay, so check that out. But um, as a continuation of that series, today we're actually going to talk about types of exercise and how much to do and um, what type of exercise can give what benefits. Okay, so let's just get started. So the first thing I want to get across is that active is better than sedentary. Active is better than doing nothing. Okay, so just get up and do something. And this is not to say that you should just do the barest minimum and don't want to exercise, but the truth is that the benefits start from the time that you get up and start to do something. Okay, and obviously the more you do, the better. um the there is research that shows that sitting is better than lying down, standing is better than sitting, walking is better than standing, and so it goes. Okay, like you burn calories just the more that you do. So the common thing that they say, if you can ride, if you can walk, anytime you don't have to sit in a car, don't sit in a car. Okay, so now let's talk about different types of exercise. So first of all, we have like moderate exercise, intense exercise, and then like very intense. But we're really going to address the moderate and intense because most people will really do exercise in these two categories. So for moderate exercise, how do you know that you're doing moderate exercise? Well, you want to feel that your heart is beating faster. You want to be feeling warmer. You don't want to be exercising and you're not even feeling any heat coming off of your body. You want to be feeling warmer and you want to feel that you're breathing faster and you want to feel that your heart is beating fast. Okay, how do you know when you've crossed from moderate to intense? Well, I always say if you're exercising and you're able to gossip with your friend, you're not doing intense exercise. Okay, you need to not be able to complete a sentence without not having to stop and say, hold on. You need to not be able to gossip while you're exercising. If you can, then you're not doing intense exercise. Okay, so it's really important to understand that the benefits of exercise increase with intensity. So anytime you could get into that intense category, you want to get there. You're not going to be there for every single piece of exercise that you do. You're not going to be there every day. But if you can push yourself for 5 minutes during your 25 minutes or 30 minutes of exercise, if you can push yourself for 5 minutes to get in the intense category, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and keep increasing it, that really helps. So how else can we classify exercise? So we did moderate intense, but there's also like aerobic versus resistance exercise, and there are benefits for both, but like you do want to mix your exercise to get both kinds of exercise in. Aerobic activity, as it suggests, is good for getting lots of oxygen to your body. It's good for your heart, and it really helps improve your heart strength and give you a healthy heart. Resistance activities geared towards building muscle. Now, fun fact, the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn. Okay, so muscle is really good at burning calories because it needs a lot of calories. Okay, so you want to get more muscle, so you need to do aerobic and resistance exercise. So aerobic exercise would be walking, running, dancing, swimming, and then anaerobic exercise, and then resistance exercise. Swimming could also be considered resistance exercise because you do have to push against the water. So swimming is really cool because it falls in both categories. But also anything to do with weights would be resistance exercises, resistance bands, but you don't actually need those things to do resistance. Things like yoga, Pilates that use your body weight is considered resistance exercise, as well as things like push-ups, right? Resistance exercises. So you need to get a mixture of those things into your routine. And then in terms of how long should you be exercising and how many minutes, the more the better. But let's just say for children, like, young children less than 5 years old, you want them to be running around constantly. Okay, I know that you want them to sit still, but it's actually really good for them to be very active. Okay, so try not to have your children sitting for a long time during the day, just not doing anything. Okay. And then as you get older, that's when you start to add more numbers to it. So by the time you're sort of like in your 20s, late teens, you want to be getting in like 150 minutes of exercise. And if you could get half of that moderate, half of that intense, that's really awesome. Now, the same applies to when you're elderly in terms of number of minutes of exercise. However, what changes when you reach over 65, over 70, or when your body starts to not be able to do the tough exercise anymore, is that you get creative. And this also applies to if you have some kind of a disability or something like bad knees, bad back, something that's sort of preventing you, but it's not really it shouldn't really prevent you. What you should do is get creative. And so swimming is really good for that. Dancing, water aerobics, really good. And for the elderly, gardening and housework really helps you burn a lot of calories and keeps your heart healthy and your muscles strong. And that's basically our quick crash course in types of exercise that you should do and how many you should do. If you have any questions, you can always ask.